Alan Robinson is calling in right now. Bring him on. And joining me at this time is a local artist here in Kentucky. The one and only Mr. Alan Robinson is joining me right now. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
How's it going, man?
Hey, it's awesome. Just chilling here at the house and doing some work, writing some more tunes, and working on some tracks for the upcoming album.
You know, this interview is already off to a good start considering you said that you are chilling, and that just so happened to be the name of the show, chilling. So, so thank you for that, first and foremost. The first time I seen you perform was a little over a month ago. It was at the Lexi Fest, Proud Mary's Barbecue, and it was an ongoing event from the early afternoon to early evening, and it was part of Labor Day's weekend, if memory serves me correctly. And I enjoyed your set. It was a pleasure getting a chance to see you perform. And I want to talk about that event for a moment. How did it feel getting a chance to be part of a show like that featuring a variety of artists and different genres?
Oh, it was great. It was a great day. For what they're doing with Dave McClain and the Lexi Fest team and all those guys put that day, just to see so many different styles and genres hitting that same stage throughout the day was really a cool event to be part of, and I was really very happy to be part of that day and that event. I felt very blessed to be able to share the stage with everyone that performed that day.
It was definitely an awesome show indeed, and shout out to Dave McLean for the ever so hard work that he and all those involved with the Lexington Music Awards do to have a show like that to showcase so many talented artists all over Central Kentucky and having the award show for a third year coming up this coming January, and it's awesome. So shouts to Dave for sure. Uh, Now you are a very busy man, so I appreciate having you on. I hear you got some huge shows coming up, so let's get into these shows. What for the people that wants to know what you got coming up as far as upcoming shows?
Well, right now the next big show we've got, we're opening up for the group Striper, uh, heavy metal Christian band. Striper from the '80s, of course got their start in the '80s, and they're doing their 30th year reunion tour for their big album, To Hell with the Devil. And so I was really fortunate and feel very blessed to get picked up for the opening spot for them, and that will be in Hazard, Kentucky at the Forum, and that is on November the 5th. November the 5th. So that's going to be a great show. Those guys are incredible, and so I'm really looking forward to hitting the stage. That's really the biggest show I got coming up right now because I'm just kind of trying to finish the album up with the band. We've got a couple more tracks to lay and get that done, but I guess it's been well, it was right about a month before Lexi Fest. We opened up for the Winery Dogs on the same stage in Hazard, and that was just an incredible show to get to open up for those guys. I mean, most of these are I guess you'd say heroes of mine because I shredded my stuff back through the '80s and followed those guitarists and those members of those groups when they were parts of other bands back then, of course. And so to get to hit the stage and share the stage with those type of artists is a thrill and an honor for me. So, but we're getting ready to plan some more local gigs coming up. Just got to get out there and work it up, and like I said, get the album finished.
That's awesome, and you know, Stryker, as you point out, you know, they've been around for a very long time, and to have that longevity, still doing music, and you know, regardless if you're local or you're a major label artist, it just shows how much dedication you have into the craft that you love doing, performing in front
Oh,
of different crowds all over the world and things like that. And it's a testament to what they've been able to do for so long.
oh, definitely.
Uh, so now for you, Alan, how what exactly how did you get started into becoming a musician?
Well, well, I'm certainly no spring chicken. I try to play young when I hit a stage, but I'm not a young guy by great leaps and bounds. But I got my start oddly enough. I mean, just back in a high school band, between marching band and jazz band, and I just had a love for music, and I started back probably when I was 12 years old, getting my first guitar, bass, and then played saxophone, and I went through the gamut of instruments, and I just fell in love with it. So after I graduated high school, I went on to college for a short period at Morehead State, and then I made a drastic change and joined the military almost 26 some years ago, and I did that for a while, and then after my first tour, I decided I wanted to pick up the guitar again and hit it hard. So went to the Berklee College of Music in Boston, Massachusetts, which was a fantastic experience. I got to study with some really great instructors and performers and professional musicians. I mean, it was a very rich environment for music, obviously. And so from there, I came back to Kentucky after graduating, and I taught high school for a few years as a music director, and then I taught college for about 5 years as the director of jazz studies and contemporary music. And then I went active duty military again. So, and that's what I've been doing. But I've kept my music up on the side, writing, recording, and teaching privately. And it's just come to a point in my life over the past couple of years that I started putting this particular project together. And now I'm pushing it full force. It's just the time of my life to really jump out, get this album done, and get it out there and share it with people.
Before I get to the next question, I want to say thank you for your service.
Well, thank you. It's an honor.
And shout out to all the troops, for all the men and women who serve, and to make this country safe, and and just hopefully that we don't take it for granted for what you guys do. Without people like you, this country will be even more shambles than it is right now. So we definitely appreciate what you guys do.
Well, thank you, sir. It's an honor, and it's a privilege to serve, and I'm humbled by those that I serve with. Those are some great folks, and so thank you for your honoring them.
Just gonna throw it out there. Please nominate my good friend Alan Robinson again in your ballots. LexingtonMusicAwards.blogspot.com. You can nominate him for multiple categories. You can nominate him for Best Male Vocalist. You can nominate him for Best Guitarist. You can nominate the Alan Robinson Band for Best Rock category, for all I know. And from my understanding, the ballot is still ongoing until the end of the month. So show your support and nominate Alan Robinson for the categories that you prefer. But I'm just giving you suggestions. Vocalist, guitarist, and best rock band for the Alan Robinson Band. And let's talk about the Alan Robinson Band for a moment. What's it like to be part of a band like that, and to travel with those guys everywhere, and just getting a chance to perform them every chance you get?
Well, I got to brag about my band because I got some really great players in that band. My keyboardist, Beth Dean, Beth Mankel, previously Beth Mankel, Beth Dean, outstanding keyboardist, owner of Studio 88 there in Lexington, which I'm teaching out of her studio now too. So guitar lessons are available there at Studio 88 with me through Beth's studio. But Beth is a great keyboardist. James Weeks on bass. James also plays with the Twig and Berries and the Rays Exchange, but I got him into this group, and he's doing a killer job. Daniel Phelps, my other guitarist, incredible player. I mean, the guy doubles some lines with me that's just amazing. And then my drummer, I can't say enough about my drummer, Kyle Hall. Now, he's from Eastern Kentucky, and he and I go back a long way. As a matter of fact, it's scary to say how far back we go because I was his high school band director, and the guy just was a killer drummer back then for me. And over the years, he is just he smokes the kit. So these guys are great players in the band because the music that we're playing is really a challenge because I play a lot of progressive rock, or I write a lot of progressive rock. And so it's very involved. Got some odd meters here and there to work with, and some complex doubling lines and harmonized lines. And they're just a fun group to hang with. I mean, I don't think I've ever met two. I mean, musicians are generally serious, but at the same time, I don't think there's a bone in our body when we get together behind closed doors because it's just a great hang. And so I love going places with you guys are performing, rehearsing. Matter of fact, we're rehearsing tomorrow, so I'm really psyched out. Looking forward to that, getting ready for the Striper show. And, it's a fun experience. So it was the right time to put this band together. They've been very supportive. I know when I called them up initially, it was to record on the album, and then it just sprung out into more. And so they've been so supportive, and they're like, yeah, let's do these songs. And they're contributing a lot to the songs that I've written. I can't say enough about them.
Shout out to everyone in the Allen Robinson Band, just an awesome band, and I got a first glimpse at the Lexi Fest. So if you haven't seen the Allen Robinson Band, you definitely need to check them out when they come to a city near you in the Kentucky area. Who knows? They may be performing outside of Kentucky. You never know. You just got to keep an eye on those social media feeds for more info on that. You definitely have witnessed a lot over the course of your career. This may be a difficult question to answer, but what do you consider the biggest highlight of your music career thus far?
Wow, that's a tough one. No, you're right. That's a tough question. It depends on what perspective I look at it. On a personal level, I think the highlight of my career was probably when I was teaching college and working with the guitarists at the college in private studies and whatnot, and just seeing those guys grow and develop. I had a bunch of them that stuck with me for a number of years and became very good musicians, and I've seen what they've gone on to do. Just being able to share that kind of stuff with another individual that wants to learn to play the instrument and really perfect it, I don't know. I don't find any better joy than teaching and sharing the knowledge that I've got, because I feel very blessed that I've got the knowledge given to me from some great players that I just want to, push it forward, share it. And so that's been a highlight. And then here lately, just with this group and being able to write the music I'm doing and perform on the stages with some of the artists that I've had the pleasure of sharing a stage with lately, that's like a dream come true. So hopefully this dream continues and progresses through the future, as we look for some more. But, teaching is my highlight, I guess, of my career.
And before I let you go, Alan, for people that wants to learn more of your music and upcoming shows per se, on social media links, Facebook and Twitter, and any other links people need to know.
Oh, great. Thanks. Yeah. And the first thing I say is check out my website at www.alanrobinson.me. From there, you can launch into all the rest of my social media, my Facebook, my Reverb Nation Twitter account, which is at Alan Guitar One. Get on there and I post the shows. They got links to videos, to upcoming music, to old music that I just keep up there, and just different things I've done. But I try to keep it updated. So www.alanrobinson.me.
Right to the point. AlanRobinson.me. All the social media links are there. And you can also check out his music and upcoming shows as well. Alan, it was such a pleasure and such an honor to have you on the show this evening. Uh, Continued success. And if I don't see you for the remainder of the year, I definitely will see you at the Lexington Music Awards this coming January for sure. And I do plan to play your music once this interview concluded. I got the song called Sassy, and I also have a song. Let me see if I get this pronounced correctly. Completation. Compl-
Contemplation.
Contemplation. There you go. Contemplation. So.
Yes, sir.
So.
Hey, Kenny, thank you so much for having me on. It was an honor, truly.
Hey, the honor is all mine, man. You done this music a lot more than I done music, the radio thing. So I'm just happy to have you on, man.
Hey, thanks, man.
You have a good night. Have a great weekend.
You too, my friend.
All right,
Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.